Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Barbell Baddies podcast. I am your host and PC wellness competitor, Marisol Beltran. On this podcast, we'll be talking about fitness, bodybuilding, mindset, self-belief, and all things in between. If you're a person who is interested in going to the gym, wanting to learn more about bodybuilding, wanting to create better habits to achieve your goals through self-belief and mindset, then you're in the right place. Before we start, how's everybody feeling? How are you all doing? Take a quick little check-in to see how you're feeling. As for myself, I am, when you hear this, actually a little over 8 weeks post-show. I am loving all the carbs, loving all the extra food, loving all the energy. And honestly, one of my favorite things, I love carbs, but in specific when it comes to carbs, I love rice cakes. And if my coach Adrienne Nelson, if you're listening to this, she knows how much I love my rice cakes and how much I want that to just be my only carb in every single meal. I'm also happy my hormones are getting back to normal, but I do need to get my blood work done here soon just to ensure it from a doctor. They say it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for your hormones to go back to normal after prepping for a bodybuilding show. Anyways, other than that, I'm excited for today's episode. Today's episode is titled, Staying Consistent with the Gym/Goals. Have any of you experienced thinking about a New Year's resolution or new goals, and you tell yourself you are super serious and you're going to follow through this time? But then January 1st hits or Monday comes around and you just push the start date back. You find a reason to not do it that day so it doesn't happen. Then this starts a trend or snowball effect of finding more reasons why to not start. Then 3 months later, we're like, shit, it's already March, it's already April, it's already September, and I still haven't started the goal that I told myself I would do on January 1st. This episode is for those who are starting new goals either today, last week, planning New Year's resolutions, and you're really serious about wanting to stick to your goals this year. Or maybe this is something you already know and you just need a reminder, a refresher. My number one tip on how I stayed consistent does not involve money. It does not involve waking up earlier. It doesn't involve any crazy movements. It doesn't even involve changing your daily routines. My number one tip really starts with yourself. My number one tip to stay consistent with the gym or new goals is knowing your why. That's it. Just knowing your why. Why are you going to the gym? Why are you developing these New Year's resolutions? Why are you developing these new goals? And honestly, you cannot have some cheap ass why. I feel like when I first started going to the gym in August of 2021, let me get some water. I had a cheap ass why. My why was to look like the girls in the Hooters calendar. It was to look like the winners at the Hooter pageants, to look like these Instagram models. It was basically to look like any other body type but my own. Your why cannot be cheap because it is not the real reason why you are choosing these goals. Maybe at the surface level, you think that is your why for your goals, but you have to think a little deeper. You can try to find the real reason behind these new goals or being consistent with the gym as an example by using this exercise. I learned this exercise from my friend Sarah that I worked with at a nonprofit. I believe Sarah called this exercise the Find Your Why. And I guess to clarify this exercise, like don't get up and already be ready. It's not that kind of exercise. It's not a physical one. It's an activity. So to start, ask yourself, I would say at least 3 to 4 times why or until you feel like you truly have your answer. you have to take this serious too. Find a quiet area just for literally 10 seconds. Take this exercise as a moment for yourself, a moment to really connect with yourself and figure out why you want to achieve this new goal, like staying consistent with the gym. So for me, at first, when I was going to the gym, I was going to the gym to win a Hooters pageant and to look like others. Then I asked myself, okay, why? Because I was tired of losing. Obviously, I'm not what they're looking for, so I need to look like these other girls that are not losing. Okay, why? Because I know I can do better. Okay, why? Because I want to prove to myself I'm capable of achieving anything I want in my life. I want to prove to myself I can do hard things. And it's okay if throughout time your why changes. It's okay if it changes because, maybe you've already accomplished that goal and now it's time for a new one, or maybe you just need to change it a little bit. As you accomplish your goals and as your interests change, that just means that you're evolving. So your whys are going to evolve as well. I feel like my why kind of changes and did change this year because I would say that when I first started my bodybuilding why, it was to see how mentally and physically strong I was. I wanted a challenge. But now, I think now that I've completed a whole prep, it's about becoming a professional bodybuilder. So anyways, now completing this exercise, I know my why is proving to myself I am capable of anything I want in my life. And as I mentioned, I have many new goals and aspirations, but when it comes to bodybuilding, I of course want to be a pro and then do really well in the pro league and of course be an Olympia wellness champion. And, maybe that can be another episode on why I chose the wellness division and, all the other divisions under this umbrella term of bodybuilding. Because I do find that when I tell people I'm a bodybuilder, they just think of like this strong, buff, like really big woman. And I'm just like this tiny, like 5'1" girl. But, bodybuilding is just an umbrella term and there's so many divisions. And honestly, when it comes to competing, you can start competing from like 18 until you're like 65. But anyways, that is my why. And I feel like if I ask myself why I want to be an Olympia wellness champ, it goes back to proving to myself I'm capable of anything I want in life. Okay. Awesome. Now we know our why, but why is it so important? Knowing your why is important because that's going to keep you disciplined to continue going to the gym. That why is going to continue or help you continue doing the habits that need to be accomplished to get to that finish line, to complete the goal. When my why to go to the gym was to look like others, there were plenty of times I did not go to the gym because I was too tired. I didn't feel like it. And that why of wanting to look like others did not overpower my urge to not go to the gym. My why wasn't truly important enough to me. Another example I can share is, okay, you want to start going to the gym. Why? To lose weight. Okay, why? So that my clothes fit better. Okay, why? Because I want to be able to run around and stay active with my family. So at the surface level, you want to go to the gym to lose weight, but really your why is you want to stay active with your family. I'm going to get some more water. Maybe your why is to gain weight. Okay, why? To build muscle. Okay, why? So that when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old, I have strong enough muscles, strong enough bones to not have to worry about someone else taking care of me. My body has enough strength from the muscles and bones to do my daily tasks. When I was in prep, especially the last 4 weeks before show, those last 4 weeks, I would say maybe in 3 weeks, were the absolute hardest. And what kept me going to the gym was reminding myself of my why and proving to myself I can do this, that I am powerful, that I can achieve anything I want in life. And that why was important to me. That why overpowered and an override of my thoughts of not wanting to go to the gym. Because trust me, when you're in a calorie deficit, when you have high cardio and you still have to go to work, you still have to cook, you still have to clean, you have to do all your daily tasks, you're completely exhausted. You do not want to go to the gym. This question, if anybody has completed a prep, tell me, when I would say 2 weeks out, are you really trying to go to the gym? Are you really excited to go do that cardio? Because I wasn't. I wanted to be home. I wanted to be soaking in a hot bath. I just wanted to lay in bed with soft blankets. But then, going back to the story, I kept reminding myself why I was pushing through, why I was pushing myself this hard. And then I kept going. I kept grinding. I'm actually really happy we spoke about this topic today because, as I said, when you're listening to this, I'll be a little over 8 weeks post-show, and it's been a little tough staying disciplined and continue doing my cardio, continue doing the workouts, continuing to stick to the habits that I had when I was in prep, like getting up early, walking the dogs for 30 minutes, reading a chapter before bed. But speaking to everyone about what helped me stay consistent is reminding me myself of my very own advice. And it feels almost like a relief. I have not been feeling motivated, and even my workouts don't seem fun. But literally just, really thinking about what is my why and what's going to get me to the gym, it gets me pumped up because, we are all capable of doing whatever we want in life, whatever we want to achieve. And, when I think about that and thinking, oh, I'm so excited, to start these goals, to complete these goals, to experience that journey, it just gets me excited and gets excited to go to the gym and to do those daily tasks. And I know that these big or small habits, like getting up and doing cardio, going to do the workout, is what's setting me up for success to be on that Olympia stage. I know that these big or small habits, like getting up early to meditate and doing my back exercises because my back's messed up, is what's going to help me get stronger every day. These habits are what's going to help me, my long-term goal obviously is the Olympia stage, but even a short-term goal as, doing really well on that stage in August. What's that saying that every habit or every time you get up to go to the gym, you are 1% better. And all those 1% adds up. All these habits are worth doing for my why. All those habits that you need to do are worth doing for your why. Although it might not feel the best all the time to continue or start these new habits, your why will help you stay disciplined and stay consistent with going to the gym or sticking with your goals. Like I said, it might not feel good at first going to the gym and, especially after a long day and just developing this new identity. And you can find every reason to not go. Remember that one reason. Remember your why. And once you are done with your gym sesh or that daily habit, you're going to feel so good. You'll feel that joy after it's done. And it's going to feel amazing to have done something, to have completed something that helps your why succeed. You owe it to yourself. You are worth it. To conclude today's episode, let's share 3 things we are grateful for. Like I said in the last episode, creating a daily habit of gratitude is part of the reason why and how my life changed. If you want to start developing even one small better habit, I recommend starting with gratitude. Let me know in the Q&A box or email me or DM me 3 things you're grateful for today. And also, shout out to those who did share with me in the Q&A box below 3 things you're grateful for. I was so excited and so happy to read them. Y'all are real ones, and I hope it made you feel good after. As for myself, let's see. I haven't done it today. Honestly, this is why I also love recording, because on days like this where I have, I'm recording this at 4:24 p.m. and I still haven't even done, my 3 things that I'm grateful for. So it's keeping myself in check, really. But 3 things I'm grateful for today, I would say number 1 is coffee. I love, 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 being able to enjoy a nice hot cup of sweet coffee. And also I'm a caffeine addict, so I guess if I don't have it, then I become a grumpy person. Number 2, I am grateful for being able to invest in myself. And when I say that, I'm talking about being able to hire a coach. My coach, Adrienne Nelson, we had an amazing workout yesterday, and anytime I work out with her, it's just a great session. Like, I am so sore today and it feels really good. So grateful for being able to invest in myself. And number 3, I am grateful for sunshine. It snowed yesterday, but it's really sunny today, and it was sunny the day before that. So I'm grateful for sunshine and, being able to soak up all the sun rays. Thank you for listening to the Barbell Baddies podcast, and we'll chat again next week. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. This podcast was inspired from my obsession with anime and bodybuilding, so I wanted to create and find a community of like-minded individuals. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review and a 5-star rating. Higher ratings and positive reviews can lead to increased visibility, making it easier for new listeners to discover this podcast. You can also follow the socials in the podcast description notes and DM me, email me with any questions, episode topics, or feedback.